Welcome to part 1 of how to start a gym or personal training studio on a budget. In this video, we'll show you exactly how you can start a gym or personal training studio from scratch on a limited budget. This is the exact process we took to establish 12 personal training studios across the UK, and we're going to show you step by step how to do this. I'm Laurent Chimanga. I'm a qualified personal trainer with years of experience in the industry as both a marketer and a trainer with Origym, the UK's largest training provider of accredited fitness qualifications that certifies thousands of personal trainers each year, both here in the UK and internationally. Let's jump straight in. Step 1, get qualified in what you're preaching. Before you even consider starting a gym, you really need to have an understanding of the industry, both from a commercial perspective and as an authoritative one. If you're already a qualified personal trainer, you can skip to step 2. Getting yourself qualified as a personal trainer, as well as working as one, gives you industry insight and commercial awareness of what your prospective customers want. Additionally, you gain the relevant expertise needed to become successful in this sector. If you're looking to set up a PT studio as a sole trader, this becomes ever more paramount as it's fundamental to your business and it is a legal requirement for insurance. To get qualified, head over to origympersonaltrainercourses.co.uk and see our range of internationally accredited courses where you can qualify in as little as 4 weeks. Alternatively, download our free course prospectus in the description below. Step 2. Establish the type of gym you want to set up based on your target market. There are several types of gyms you could open, but first, you need to establish a few things before starting your own personal training gym or studio. These include the aspect of the market that interests you most, the demographic you want to target, and the style of building you wish to operate your gym or studio in. As an exercise, simply write down the following: the type of training you envisage your gym running, who you want to target and what does your ideal client look like, and the style of building you want to run your gym from. For example, niche, weight training, strength and powerlifting. Demographic, mainly men roughly between the ages of 18 to 45. Venue, warehouse-based and out of the city centre. Of course, there are other routes you could take. Another example could be niche, weight loss, toning and private personal training. Demographic, mainly women aged 30 to 55 years old. Venue, plush, boutique in a commercial area of the city centre. So once you have established the type of gym you want to set up, you can then move on to the services that makes your gym unique and why people will want to be members there. Step 3. What services are you going to offer? Before you identify your income streams, you need to outline what services you're planning on including in your membership. What is your unique selling points or USPs? What services are going to be included in your membership and which services are extra cost? Your membership cost and structure should depend on these factors and be determined by the perceived value of the services within the membership. Here are some things you might want to consider in your membership services. Contract length. Is it a rolling month-to-month contract or a 12-month minimum term? Joining fees. Think about whether you're going to apply joining fees. Opening hours. Longer opening hours offer more value and flexibility. Type and quality of equipment. Stay tuned though, we'll touch on this later in this video. Classes. How many classes per week and how specialized are those classes going to be? Personal training. Are you going to offer PT sessions as part of your membership? Nutrition plans. Are you going to offer nutrition guidance to any of your members? Kids club. Can kids access the gym at certain times with a member? Progress tracking. You could include monthly checks or use progress tracking software which members can access via a member login. Towels. Do members need to bring their own towel? Resource hub. Have a dedicated member-only section on your website where members could access workouts, programs, seminars, podcasts, or educational guides. Sauna. A sauna room, steam room, swimming pool, or a jacuzzi. If you're planning to have any of these facilities, is it going to be a one-off extra cost for members to use, or would it be a different type of membership? All of these factors influence your PT studio or gym startup costs, as they either cost money to set up, run, or deliver. This money needs to be recuperated with profit from your services. But how much you recuperate depends on how well you have executed these services, the amount it costs to the end user, and the demand for what you're offering. For example, you could offer a free nutrition consultation and plan to every new gym member as your unique selling point. However, this would mean hiring a nutritionist, dietitian, or personal trainer to administer these nutrition plans, which could send your cost skyrocketing through the roof. Let's break it down in numbers. If you had 300 new gym members a month, with 60% of them wanting to make use of your free nutrition plan, and let's say you pay a PT £15 an hour to deliver them, that would cost you $2,700 a month, or £32,400 a year. A lot of money, right? And this doesn't even factor for existing members coming back for a revamp to their existing nutrition plan. Additional services will most certainly drive up your costs, and subsequently the membership fee, which could deter potential clients from joining at all. This is why the services you offer matter and need to be thought out thoroughly for financial viability. Step 4. Market research. Market research is important to establish whether your business proposition resonates with your target demographic. By performing market research, it allows you to compile data to determine the type of gym people want and which services they would benefit from. How to do market research for a gym. Surveys. You can run a survey using Censuswide or YouGov, who will run a survey for you against your chosen criteria. It is entirely up to you. Focus groups. Run an advert for a focus group of people that match your customer profile in your local area. Present your idea and open the floor for questions and answers. Focus groups can find flaws in your business model that you can fix, as well as generate new ideas that you perhaps may not have thought of. Industry experts. You can ask industry experts or current gym owners who have already set up a gym or studio successfully to offer you insight and their opinion on your gym model and services. Looking at positive and negative reviews. Review your immediate competition's reviews of what they do very well and what customers complain about. For example, see these real Google reviews about a health club in Liverpool. These one-star reviews clearly show you that this gym's weakness is cleanliness and equipment maintenance, which is deeply valued by their members. If you were setting up a health club in that area, you could get cleaners on site at all times to ensure all the facilities are kept in immaculate condition, as well as hire a contracted gym maintenance company to be on call for when equipment breaks, reducing downtime for your members. You would, however, need to factor these costs into your services and gym membership. Ensure to analyze the positive reviews too. Using a different gym, I've highlighted some positive aspects your potential customers value. As you can see from this gym's example, dozens of their members have put up positive reviews about the volume and quality of their classes, as well as the friendliness of their instructors. If you were planning to set up a health club style gym without classes, you could add this in as an extra service, as this could potentially be what your members would value. But you won't know this unless you do your market research. It could help you make the necessary adjustments to your business model. You can even take it a step further by tallying up all the positive and negative reviews on classes alone, to see which classes people enjoy the most, so you know which ones to focus on or schedule more frequently on your timetable. You can repeat this process for bodybuilding gyms, personal training, or powerlifting studios and see what those members value by scanning direct competitors' positive and negative reviews. Step 5. Location, location, location. Now you have decided on the type of gym you want to run, let's talk about location. Location plays a big part in determining pricing points for your members, as the venue cost, position, and structure will play a huge role in this. For example, 24-hour gym chains like Pure Gym and the Gym Group always opt for really busy footfall spots, generally in city centres or retail parks. This is because they need a huge foot flow of potential members to sustain their gym model. If you opt for a high visibility footfall area, you need to bear in mind that this is factored into lease pricing and will drive up your monthly outgoings. The necessity for footfall really depends on the type of gym you're looking to set up and whether or not you're aiming for a volume-based model or a boutique gym or PT studio where you need fewer but higher paying clients to sustain your business. It is difficult to calculate footfall of an outside area, but city councils do track this information to manage flow of people and vehicles. You should request this information from the property management company when viewing city centre based premises to ensure you get a guesstimate of visibility. Try to avoid premises where you're paying the inflated visibility price, but the actual foot flow that passes by is very low, which is often found in small off-roads or where traffic diverts away from the road via one-road systems. Accessibility. Accessibility ties into footfall. Before progressing with a venue, checking its accessibility points for transit, bus and car is important. The easier it is for your potential customers to reach your facility, the better. Pro tip: finding venues on A roads leading into city or town centres can give your site the exposure it needs without having to pay the inflated prices of central-based locations. Anytime Fitness and Snap Fitness have built their franchise models using this exact same principle. Take this Everlast gym in Northfield, Birmingham. And although this gym is based at the edge of the city, it is located on the A38 Bristol Road that gets tens of thousands of traffic going past it every single day. Parking. Should you find a site that has car parking, there are pros and cons both ways. Having the space and availability for your members to park improves the site's accessibility, improves convenience, and is a useful feature. However, if you're starting a gym or personal training studio on a budget, this could be a huge mistake. When you lease a premise, you're paying per square foot, and if you have a small car park, that could drive your rent up by £1,000 to £2,000 a month for a location outside of a city centre. Pro tip: you can find venues on retail parks or areas where there is a shared car park, such as this one on screen where the Gym Group has set up on a retail park next to BM Home Stores, among other big name retailers. These car parking spaces are normally included in your lease and you get the best of great visibility and footfall. Council permission. You might have started with an aesthetic vision for your business, be it a boutique gym, a warehouse conversion, or even an inner city venue with more of a commercial feel. Regardless of your plans, one thing that all new gyms need is council permission and landlord authorization. It is a legal requirement for all gyms in the UK to have D2 planning permission. Many applicable sites will already come with this planning permission, but it can become a difficult process when you find a location that appears to be perfect, just to be let down by the fact that it only has planning permissions for small offices. You can ask the estate agent if the landlord will be willing to support a change of use before applying via the local council for that planning permission to be accepted. But this can be a time-consuming process during which there is the potential for another company to swoop in if they do not require any changes to the existing regulations. Often finding an already authorized D2 premises by searching on Google for D2 premises for lease, followed by your desired location, will narrow listings to just D2 premises, or you can search on Zoopla, Rightmove, or Nova Loca and filter your search by commercial property, use classes, or by leisure. For example, I googled D2 premises for lease Manchester and clicked through to Riella, A local estate agent and found this premises previously occupied by Mothercare being advertised, which could be converted into a gym as it has all the correct planning permissions, size, space, and visibility. Nearby development work. Before going ahead with any venue, you should perform a quick search using the government search register for planning decisions. We have put a link to this in the description. This allows you to search for future scheduled development work in and around the location you're planning to start a gym. The reason this is important is that it can affect your business either positively or negatively in the long run. For example, positives would be new transport links opening nearby, retail development that can increase footfall, more residential flats opening, therefore increasing your market reach. Negatives could be a large gym opening nearby, transit links being removed, competition analysis. Before going ahead with any venue, you need to perform a competitor analysis of the local area. This should include how many other gyms are operating in your vicinity, what style of gyms are they, how much do they charge, what are their unique selling points, and what level of threat do they pose to your business plan. For example, let's say you want to set up a volume-based 24-hour gym in a city center and have found a great premises. But there is a pure gym opposite and the gym group is further down the high street. This great looking venue loses its viability due to the level of competition in the area. The likes of Pure Gym and the Gym Group have close to unlimited marketing budgets, established brand names, and more than likely superior facilities that may drown your business before you even get started. In contrast, starting a personal training studio or a high-end boutique fitness facility may not be affected at all, as it targets a higher-end demographic than someone who is paying $14.99 for their gym membership. For example, ABS Personal Training Studio is located in the heart of Liverpool city centre, just 2 minutes walk from JD Gyms and 5 minutes walk from the Gym Group. Yet their business has been running successfully for years and has even expanded with another venue in Liverpool and Manchester. Space and shape of space. A very important aspect to have in the back of your mind when viewing premises is the building shape and space. As we mentioned earlier in this video, you will be charged per square feet, whether you utilize all the available space or not. Therefore, the shape of the venue matters a lot, as you want to be able to maximize the space you're paying for. The style of gym you wish to deploy will influence the gym equipment your venue will have, but a key component is the shape of the gym. Cardiovascular and fixed resistance-based equipment in particular take up a lot of space and is most often square or rectangular in shape. Therefore, sourcing square or rectangular-based venues that are spread over 1 or 2 floors would suit this type of equipment far more than a venue where some of the walls arc or are circular in shape. This issue becomes less prevalent for personal training studios or functional-based gyms, as they tend to have less bulky apparatus and more functional-based equipment. Getting a square or rectangular-based gym is far easier for planning your gym layout, knowing what equipment you can fit in and creating walkways for members to navigate from one piece of equipment to another. Amenities. So what do we mean by amenities? Amenities are desirable features for your gym or studio that you feel your members will benefit from or you can harness as a secondary income source. You therefore need to work out if the amenity is worth the extra value it provides your members. You can then recoup the extra amenity expenses through membership sales. For example, let's say you find a premises that is 5,000 square feet and you wanted changing room facilities. This could take up 500 square feet or 10% of your gym floor. You need to ask yourself, would you make 10% extra revenue from membership sales by having changing rooms, or would you be better off filling that space with more gym equipment? Let's look at another example from an amenity that actually makes direct revenue, like adding a bar that sold fresh, healthy food to members with a few tables and chairs as a seating area. The value is that members could access healthy food coffees and smoothies straight after their workout, and you can generate a revenue from this. There is a place for members to sit before and after their workouts, and it provides a community area. But is the money you project to take from this bar going to outweigh the setup costs to get the bar installed and staff the bar? Or would you be better off, again, just having more gym equipment? Rent and lease terms. Of course, an important factor into any business is rent, i.e. how much are you going to pay for your venue each month. When starting a personal training studio or gym, most premises are leased, but there is more than just your monthly lease cost that you need to be aware of, such as service charges, especially prevalent if you're renting on the ground floor of offices in a city centre, commercial stamp duty, business rates, and deposits, typically equivalent to 3 or 6 months rent up front. All this should be factored into your gym business plan startup costs and overheads. Pro tip: some property management companies charge low rent costs so they can draw in inquiries, but charge huge service charges to compensate for this. Always ask if there are any service charges and what you get for that service charge, and add this to your monthly rent costs. Lease terms. There are pros and cons to having short and long-term leases. Short-term leases. Pros: if your business grows rapidly, you can move to a larger venue more easily. If your business doesn't work as expected, you're not committed for a long period of time. Short-term leases come with reduced stamp duty, as it's calculated as a percentage of the total rent payable over the lease period. And you can renegotiate terms more frequently, such as rent. Cons: you may not be able to renew your lease if the landlord wants a change of occupier or use, meaning you have to find another premises. You will pay a little more than a long-term lease. Long-term leases. Pros: landlords will be far more flexible with rent and terms if you're showing you're willing to commit. More security. With a long-term lease, you can be confident that even if the building is sold, you will not be forced to relocate. A long-term lease makes budgeting easy, as you will know what your costs will be for a set number of years. You can renegotiate terms more frequently, such as rent. Cons: inhibit growth. Your gym might grow at a rapid rate, and you might find yourself stuck in a long-term lease when you may want to leave or find a new, larger venue. Paying for unnecessary empty space. If your gym membership base does not accelerate in the manner you had hoped for, you could be left paying for dead space that you had left for more equipment or amenities. Pro tip: like many things in life, lease terms can be negotiated, but this really depends on demand for the venue. If the premises is highly sought after, negotiation points can be limited, but if the premises has been on the market for a while, you can negotiate your lease terms to suit your gym or studio. For example, you can get a free rent period. Free whilst you renovate and get your equipment in. Reduce your lease terms to suit your gym's needs. Get a break clause in the lease so you have an exit option before the end of your lease term. Not liable for building repairs. Style and condition of the building. The style of building, the condition of the venue, including any renovations you need done, will play a vital role in how much it costs you to start a gym. For example, industrial-based warehouse gyms come with cheaper leases due to 2 factors: location and demand. D2, applicable facilities in city centres, bottom of office blocks or retail parks can be used by dozens of companies from different sectors, whereas industrial warehouses are not normally located in central locations and can't really be used for retail or offices, thus driving the lease cost down. Along with style of building is renovations, which is determined by a gym model and the condition of the venue. Renovations may include inserting gym flooring or studio flooring, air conditioning for summer months, branding such as decals, banner and signage, slogans or social handles, painting and decorating, mirrors and lighting, electrical access points for cardio equipment or televisions, swipe-in systems for members, partitions, access points, and fire escapes. Before we move on to planning your gym floor and gym equipment, it's time for a quick advert. Become a personal trainer with the UK's leading training provider. Over 50,000 trainers qualified. Study how suits you best, whether online, part-time or full-time. Internationally recognized SIMSPA endorsed training. Turn your hobby into your career. Whether you want to work in a gym, become an online trainer, freelance from people's homes, or use the great outdoors. Visit origympersonaltrainercourses.co.uk and shape your future the way you want it. Step 6. Floor planning and gym equipment. You need to plan your gym floor prior to buying all your desired equipment. You need to plan for several reasons, including health and safety. You can't have gym apparatus blocking fire exits or overcrowding the gym on entry. Profitability and waiting times. You want to be able to maximize how many people could work out at the same time in your venue. For example, fixed resistance equipment and large cardio machines can only be used by one person at a time. But having a dedicated functional space, more free weights and benches allows for more people the opportunity to work out whilst not taking up that much room. Waiting times. Poor equipment choice can lead to members waiting around for equipment, which is a step closer to them cancelling their membership. Ever found a gym with just one squat rack and people queuing up for it, with 30 cardio machines untouched? This is an example of poor equipment choice. It's important to pick out what you believe will be your most utilized piece of equipment and buying multiple versions of it, rather than equipment members will not use. Convenience. Depending on the style and size of your premises, you may want to zone your gym into cardio, free weights, and machines, as members hate to walk far when switching apparatus. Walkways. Walkways are important for members being able to navigate from one piece of equipment to another without disrupting other members. You should obtain the dimensions of all equipment you buy so you can plan your gym floor to maximize space and reduce the risk of a piece of equipment not fitting in your gym. Sketch out your gym floor plan, shift things around, and be creative and have fun. What equipment should I get? One of the service aspects that does determine cost to an extent is the number of equipment, equipment type, and quality. The type of gym equipment you get is largely based on two factors: money you have available to invest and the demographic you're trying to attract. For example, if you're starting a personal training studio, the quality of the equipment available is less important than the quality of the services you're aiming to provide. You could easily get away with setting up a personal training studio with just functional-based training equipment, which is fairly cost efficient. But if you're planning to set up a bodybuilding or strength training gym, some of the gym equipment is large, expensive, and necessary to attract the right people to your facility. Likewise, if you're planning to start a fitness center or health club field gym where you want to have a vast range of cardio equipment and fixed resistance machines, the cost of buying just one piece of brand new apparatus can cost you thousands. Equally, the quality and style of equipment is exactly what the demographic you're trying to attract would expect in a health club field gym. Pro tips on buying equipment on a budget. Buying any gym equipment brand new is costly, whether it's just suspension straps, a bench, or a leg press. It's like buying a brand new car. As soon as you drive the car off the forecourt, it instantly dilutes in value. To combat this, there are a few tips of how you can buy high quality equipment for starting a gym on a budget, without inflating costs. Refurbished gym equipment. To quote bestgymequipment.co.uk, you will be able to find gym equipment that offers you everything you expect from brand new but without the price tag. Refurbished equipment is equipment that is pre-owned and has been exactly what the name suggests. Refurbished for resale. Refurbished equipment is around 30 to 40% of the price of brand new equipment and still comes in with warranty periods. Gyms closing down. If you notice a gym is closing down or is up for sale, you can approach the gym to bulk buy their equipment at a heavily discounted rate. Just because a gym is closing down, it doesn't mean they don't have great equipment. Both private gyms, national chains, and big-name gym franchises with high-end spec equipment close down all the time. A quick Google search for gym for sale will bring up dozens of property websites of where gyms are actively selling their business. Simply pop the gym name and location into Google, then navigate to their contact us page and drop them a message. For example, I found this gym for sale in Hyde on rightbiz.com. I could then contact the seller or find the gym on Google and drop them an email regarding purchasing their gym equipment. Second-hand gym equipment websites. To save even more money, you can opt for second-hand gym equipment. The difference between second-hand and refurbished is that you're generally buying from the owner directly, and it frequently does not come with a warranty period. Therefore has a greater risk associated to it if the equipment breaks down. As such, I would only recommend buying functional, strength, or free weights from these sites. You can find second-hand gym equipment on big general sites like Gumtree, eBay, or free ads. Specific sites like usedequipment.co.uk, ukequipment.co.uk, and tradegymsolutions.co.uk. Dedicated Facebook groups. There are even dedicated Facebook groups for buying and selling gym equipment that you can request to join and scan their feeds for bargain buys. Pro tip: if you're planning to have cardio-based equipment, a cost-saving factor is to have non-motorized cardio machines that do not require electricity to operate. When you have dozens of cross-trainers, rowers, and treadmills plugged in for 16 hours a day, this drives up your running costs substantially. That concludes part 1 of how to start a gym. Click here to jump straight into part 2, where we cover membership costs, financial projections, and marketing your gym. Please give the video a thumbs up if you found it useful, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below which tip you found most useful.